Willy Morgan and the Curse of the Bone Town. Schauen wir uns das mal an.
I did it! My research is finished at last. Tomorrow I'll submit it to the professor. It will be a big day. Tomorrow is the anniversary of Dad's disappearance, too. It's already been 10 years. Henry Morgan, the famous archaeologist, vanished under mysterious circumstances. This was the most recurring headline in the newspapers. I'm sorry, Dad. I tried really hard to understand where your final research took you. A hello to Mom, and then to sleep. Unfortunately, she can't be here tomorrow. Her latest expedition in the Amazon is taking longer than expected. Let's hope she receives my email. Good night, Mom.
Einige Stunden später.
Coming! This postman believes that everything he delivers is urgent. One can never even get a few hours rest. It's only 2 p.m. The day has only just started. Let's see. Bills. A letter for me? Nobody writes to me, usually. It's dated July 25th, 2008. The same day my father disappeared. Dear Willy, it's Dad. If you received this letter, it means that my mission didn't go according to plan. I can't linger or I would put your mother and you in danger. You must go to the old inn in Bonetown as soon as possible. Room 09. But never trust anyone. Everything begins there in the warmth of a friendly place. Love, Dad. It certainly isn't a prank. The style and handwriting are my father's. I've looked for clues to his disappearance for 10 years. And I even got a letter from him. I must leave for Bonetown immediately. I'll have to manage somehow, because Mom is still traveling. But Bonetown isn't far. With a little money and a bike, I can get there in a few hours. I saw the bike around the house. There's even some money around here somewhere. Off we go.
Off we go.
Perfect. I already found the bike. Or rather, what's left of it. To leave, I'll need all the other parts, too. Hi, I'm Willy. Would you like to take a short tutorial to learn how to handle things in my world?
Ja, warum nicht?
Good. Let's do a quick overview of how to play. Let's start with the basics. By holding down the space bar or clicking on the icon at the top left, you can highlight the objects with which you can interact. Try to see what happens.
Die Schaltfläche oben. Dieses hier.
Great! As you can see, the hotspots are marked with an icon like this one. If you want to pick up an item, use it, talk to someone, or speed up the dialogue, you can do so by pressing the left mouse button. Now try to pick up the object you spotted a few moments ago.
Ich würde gerne den Ton etwas leiser stellen, aber das geht jetzt wohl nicht. Okay. Boah, wenn das mal kein Tentakelposter da hinten ist.
Good. Now let's focus on the inventory. You can open and close it by using the mouse wheel or pressing the I key. Give it a try. Very good. You can examine an item both in the inventory and in your surroundings by pressing the right mouse button. Reopen the inventory and examine the item you just collected.
Ah ja, die Bestandteile eines Fahrrads.
Perfect. We have completed the tutorial. Here's a last bit of useful information. You can open the pause menu by pressing escape or by clicking on the menu icon at the top right. Finally, by double-clicking with the mouse on the directional arrows, you can immediately move from one place to another. If you are uncertain of what to do, you can access the help section included in the pause menu. Let's start.
Ich möchte gerne... Das ist mir alles zu laut. Also hier ein bisschen Sprachlautstärke ein bisschen runter. Effektlautstärke runter. So.
It's a tribute to my favorite band by the artist Glenn Fernandez Sardi. Collecting everything found lying about is a real fixation. Empty. I could fill it up with the stuff inside the boxes around the corner in the corridor. Too many drawers. I don't have enough clothes to fill them all.
Kann ich hier nochmal schließen? Oh je, okay. Ah, guck
They
mal
will
da.
come in handy. I'll take them with me. Here they are.
Das Fahrrad ist so gut wie fertig. So, wenn ich jetzt Space drücke, testweise, dann sehe ich die Objekte zum Interagieren. Ach, guck mal da
I
oben.
need a ladder to get to it. Its contents could come in handy. Its content, my trusty old piggy bank. My mother gave it to me as a present. According to her, it's the best way to learn home economics. Or, in other words, learn to save. And judging by the sound the piggy bank makes, I got pretty good at it. My trusty old... According to her, it's the... Or, and judging by the sound...
Pretty good at it.
Toto always had one too. Or so they say. Et voila! It won't come off. It looks like it's bolted on. It's a memento. Best leave it here.
Ah, schön, so ein neues Adventure zu Beginn.
No way. If we start by taking a key at the beginning of the adventure, what will happen next? I wonder what this key opens.
Habe ich den Schrank schon geöffnet?
Essential for traveling.
Ah, ist das praktisch die Kette, was wir hier haben? Den Gürtel. Den Rahmen, das Pedal. Fahrradklingel ist auch essentiell. Okay, da kommen wir nicht dran.
The painting is really beautiful, but so is its setting. The artist wanted to express the concept of the Übermensch tied down by the instability of human life. All I see is a comfortable armchair in front of a landscape. Maybe this explains why I'm not an artist. I will leave it here as a warning to future generations. My ancestors were great navigators. According to family legend, our lineage descends from no less than the famous pirate Henry Morgan.
Der famous
This is
pirate.
another story. If somebody threw something in there, it means it wasn't meant to come out again. I love research, but not to this extent.
Not to this extent. Tür schließen und erfahrungsgemäß ist meistens was hinter der Tür. Nein, diesmal nicht. Seife.
I ran out of it this morning. I meant to go shopping, but my plans fell through. Liquid soap, the modern hygienic solution. I prefer to leave it here. Otherwise, I won't be able to monitor the phases of my puberty.
Mhm.
I need something to get the plug out. I don't want to get wet. I was ready for a nice relaxing bath. Best to postpone it. I think this is an important bicycle part. Best not to break it.
Tolles Hemd hier. Oder Handtuch.
There isn't a drop left. I used it all for the bath I was planning to take.
Ist das also das erste Rätsel hier? Wie bekommt man die Badewanne leer?
Best not to.
Oh, Schranktür.
Let's take it. One never knows what might come next.
Genau. Sunflower Oil.
Not a single drop coming out. It must have dried up completely with time.
Mhm.
There's a lot of stuff in here, but it's no use to me.
Gut, haben wir alles. Die ist bestimmt abgeschlossen. Ne?
Admire my physical prowess.
War das jetzt?
Admire my physical prowess. My mother took almost everything with her for this journey.
Ich höre hier komische Geräusche drin.
My mother took... I better not turn it off. Mom must have had her reasons for leaving it like this.
Richtig gehört.
I think so.
Da ist jemand. Das muss ich gerade mal noch suchen. Moment. Hey. Hause. Hause. So. So, da bin ich wieder. Das ist wie eine
I don't need a
Karte.
map to get to Bone Town. I already know where it is.
Gut,
Moreover, this isn't a map of our state.
aber hier ist doch bestimmt was unterm Bett versteckt.
It could
Cactus.
contain something important that would be of use to me. It could contain something important. It's my mother's alarm clock. Ever since she gave it to me to repair, though, it stopped working altogether.
Na, dann nehmen den doch mit. Kaktus. Kaktus, Kaktus.
Strange object. Let's see what happens when I pull one of the branches. I thought so. Ingenious. Typical of my mother. I bet she designed it. Look at the nice ring inside it. It looks ancient, and there's also an engraving inside. Difficult to make out. S.C. Arvis Mag A. I think I know what it is. I'll put it in the bag. It might come in handy. Wow! Now in your inventory you have items that you can combine. Doing so is very simple. Open the inventory, select an item with the left mouse button, then select a second item. If successful, wait a few moments and you'll see these items combine and a brand new one will appear. This will certainly be very useful. Try to combine the item you just found with another item you already have in your inventory.
Nun, das kann ja eigentlich nur das sein.
Try to find a better way to...
Okay, oder... Jetzt bin ich schon überfragt, ne?
And it came to pass that my criminal career began.
Ah, okay.
I've already read them all. They were all written by Elizabeth Reed, my mother. To me, it's a sort of logbook of her travels over the last 10 years. After touring the world, she decided to partly reveal the origin of her discoveries. I'm in many of them, before becoming mature enough to look after our home and carry out my own research.
Wappen.
It's not about bragging to friends. It's the symbol of my family, and I'm proud of it.
Ja, haben wir alles.
I better not turn it off. Mom must have had her reasons for leaving it like this. At least I think so. The lamp is on. When my mother's busy with research, everything else comes second.
Gehen wir erstmal um die Ecke schauen. Gerümpel. Werkzeugkasten.
If only there was a rubber chicken. But these could come in handy too.
Oh ja. Oh ja.
It's my toolbox. We had moved recently, and after my father's disappearance, everything was left as it was.
Mehr Kisten.
I'd better take only what is strictly necessary. I feel more at ease taking it with me.
Ein Pömpel.
It's always good to have one for a pleasant bike ride.
Ach, das hätte ich sogar übersehen jetzt. Ich wollte eigentlich nach links jetzt. Also langsam wird's. Kann man das jetzt schon?
Cause quite a problem.
Okay, das kann ich also noch nicht kombinieren.
A strong monkey wrench. It's made of rubber. It will certainly come in handy, if it only had a pulley.
Pulli. Hat doch einen Pulli an.
Old reminders. There's information that could be useful.
Mhm. Oh ja, nehme ich gleich alles mit.
Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Fix Mom's alarm clock. And there's more. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Buy new sun lotion. And there's more. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Save money. And there's more. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Return books to the library. And there's more. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Read instructions to assemble bicycle. And there's more. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Never leave bath full of water before going out. And there's more. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Water doesn't work metal loose. It makes it rust. And there's more.
Wasser lässt es
Here
rosten.
are a few notes I've written down lately. Important bracket maintenance. Keep nice and smooth. And there's more. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Tidy boxes and closet. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Fix Mom's alarm clock. And
Okay.
there's more.
Okay, jetzt haben wir sie alle.
There's still something missing.
Aber kann ich dann die Teile schon mal hier...
It's not time yet.
Okay.
It's my bicycle. Or rather... More books. The famous What Became of the Great Archaeological Finds by I. Jones, and History of Sunken Ships, Chapter 1. Closely related to the second chapter, History of Sunken Ships, Incorrect Construction Techniques. Owls are not what they seem. Some things still frighten me. How can I possibly use it? Maybe this is the best place for it.
Okay.
Let's get hold of some money and transportation for the journey. There's still something...
Ja, 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 ich weiß. Was ist denn hier hinter dieser Tür versteckt? Die Küche? Ah ja. Noch mehr Post-its. Eine Katzenuhr.
I can't remember where my mother found it, but I always feel like I'm being watched when I'm here.
Kann ich verstehen.
I would like to return it among the boxes stacked in the closet, but I'd better leave it here. I can't. When Mom leaves for a trip, she always turns off the gas to avoid any unpleasant surprises. She always says that for a kid my age, the microwave is more than enough. I don't think the incident last year helped. Let's just say that calling the fire department about a burned pan can't exactly be considered my finest moment. It's a regular gas stove. I can't. I don't think In this, my mother used to hide little surprises for me.
Ah,
See if I'm still lucky.
eine Leiter wäre gut.
Would you look at this? It looks like there's a little emergency money in the bottom of the tins. There's no greater emergency than this. It's quite a bit of money. Once the piggy bank is opened, I could have a small fortune.
Okay, verstehe.
I've already taken what I could do with something to cook. Others use it to cook sweet little furry animals. I prefer heating up something already cooked. Very useful when one is always in a hurry.
Sachen. Guck
It
mal,
doesn't look
Captain
like
Crunch.
There's a logical order. If I start moving everything, the whole day will be affected by it.
Ist das denn Teil vom Staubsauger oder was? Okay, Besteck. Ui.
Pepperoni and pineapple pizza. A real delicacy.
Hm.
Pepperoni and pineapple pizza is my favorite. Maybe I might eat a slice later for a snack. No thanks. I never eat between meals. Various foods. Easy to warm up in the microwave and nutritious enough. Every meal has been carefully selected by Mom based on its caloric intake and ease of preparation. Every meal has been carefully selected by Mom based on... I
Lenker.
can't take it. It serves an important function in this fridge. I used it temporarily to reinforce one of the shelves. If I pull it out, everything will fall down. I first need to fix the shelf.
Ah.
Just what I needed.
Zack. Fertig.
I couldn't go anywhere without it. Mom always says that milk is good for my fragile bones. That's why we always have a supply in the fridge. I already had breakfast.
Okay. Ja, habe ich repariert. Soweit. Standuhr, da ist aber bestimmt auch was
It works
versteckt.
perfectly. I would only run the risk of damaging it. I remember when you could... To remember my little dog Pipoca, and to keep the front door closed. He's my grandfather, himself a famous archaeologist. He was among the first to discover the lost civilizations of the Amazon. I'm the bookworm of the family. Let's see what's wrong with it. Look what was inside it. Maybe that's why it wasn't
Eine
working.
Fahrradklingel.
Replacing the internal alarm with the bicycle bell might not have been a brilliant idea. I think I'll need it shortly. Maybe it didn't deserve to be treated like this. I don't need a broken alarm clock for my trip.
Ach cool, mit dem Pömpel kann man jetzt ja auch das Badewasser auslassen, ne?
I see no alternative. Now you'll discover the huge power of a plunger. Nice work. Now I can safely leave home. Well, look what was hiding in the bathtub.
Eine Leiter.
It's certainly a part of the bicycle. I'm amazed by the extremely intelligent use I made of it.
Ein Filter? Ach so, ein Zahnrad. Ich dachte, das Entchen wird das Object of Interest. Hm. Was fehlt uns denn jetzt noch? Oh, stimmt, so ein Ding hat ja zwei Räder. So ein Fahrrad. Okay, oh, Zahnräder braucht man alles noch. Ich könnte mir vorstellen, dass die Uhr in der Küche aus einem Zahnrad besteht. Hier.
Won't come off. It looks like it's bolted on. The screws don't turn. They got rusty with time.
Okay, da war jetzt hier der Hinweis mit Wasser lässt Metall. Oder wir.
Better not take a hammer to everything. The screws don't turn. They got rusty with time.
Rostige Schrauben. Okay. Ist der Schlüssel wirklich nur
No
zum
way.
Trollen da?
Start by taking a key at the beginning of the adventure. What will happen next?
Was ist nochmal hinter der Tür zu finden? Nichts. Okay, rostige Schrauben. Die man ja eigentlich mit... Kann ich das...
I must find a more useful way to use it. Better not take a hammer. Better not take
Das funktioniert ja nicht, ne?
liquid in order to use it. It won't come out of...
Muss Flüssigkeit, okay. Gibt's hier sowas wie einen bedienbaren Wasserhahn? Seife. Ah.
Liquid soap.
Ich sag nicht, dass ich das umfüllen muss.
Liquid in order to use... There isn't a drop left. I used it all for the...
Oder Milch. Also auseinanderschrauben.
But not...
Auseinanderschrauben kann ich die also nicht. Aber dieses hier, ne?
useful.
Ach, come on. Käskische über See. Ach, guck mal, dann Ofen.
Too risky. There's a... I'll need a less powerful heat source.
Eine stärkere... Was? Eine stärkere Wärmequelle?
Too risky. I'll need a less powerful heat source.
Less powerful, das ist falsch übersetzt, ne?
Too risky. There's a risk that the container may explode or melt. I'll need a less powerful heat source.
Ha! Falsch übersetzt. Er sagt eine less powerful heat source und hier steht aber eine starke Wärmequelle. Also den Ofen wahrscheinlich.
There's no gas. Mom turned it off before leaving for fear that something might happen. Again.
Less powerful den Toaster vielleicht. Less powerful heat source. Die Lampe vielleicht. Ne? Die ist auf jeden Fall sehr milde.
Excellent. The heat from the lamp is melting the oil. It's ready to use now.
So, das ist fürs Fahrrad. Oder wie? Nee, ist es nicht.
Ready to use sun lotion.
Einsatzfähiges Sonnenöl.
The rusty screws are loosening up. I also finished the suntan oil. I better leave the empty bottle here.
Und da wusste ich nicht, dass man das mit Sonnenblumenöl, mit Sonnencreme auch. Und ein paar Federn.
From this angle, it looks like one of the bike wheels, coated in feathers. Useful, but not for...
Okay. Leider habe ich immer noch nicht. Okay, es fehlen weiterhin Zahnräder. Ach, Sparschwein.
Let's see if this rubber hammer might
Es
come...
sind wahrscheinlich Zahnräder drin. Ne? Oh, aua.
Let's not do that anymore. It's a present from my mother, and I could ruin it.
Mit möglichst wenig Schaden öffnen.
Excellent idea. That way I can open it without causing irreparable damage. I wonder how much I've managed to save in the last few months.
Ich kann hell sehen.
Expected more. All that noise and all I got is this lot of gears? I don't even know how they ended up in here. Seeing its contents makes me realize that I didn't invest my savings wisely.
Gut, fehlt nur noch eine Leiter oder sowas.
I need
Eine
a ladder
Leiter.
to get to it.
Vielleicht tut es ja auch so einen Lenker, den man als Verlängerung
It seems to
benutzt.
me that it can only be used to steer a means of transport.
Ach so, warten Sie mal. Man kann ja... Na?
Too many drawers.
Bam, da ist die Leiter.
An ISO 9000 certified ladder, but it will do. Got you, Wheel.
Ich glaube, wir haben alles. Perfekt. Muss ich jetzt jedes einzelne Teil hier...
Almost ready.
Das sieht bestimmt lustig aus jetzt mit den
More
Federn.
parts first.
Gut, was? Was fehlt denn noch? Ah, ein Pedal fehlt noch. Ah.
Nearly there. Not long to go. Perfect. A few more parts. Very good. There's still some... How professional. Nearly there. I'd really love to try it.
Wir packen jetzt einfach schon mal alles dran, was geht.
It's not time yet. Excellent. Another part recovered. Making progress. I can glimpse its shape.
Jetzt macht das dran. Seltsam.
It's not time yet.
Wie bitte?
It's not time.
Hm. Das sind noch beide Pedale hier, oder nicht? Was soll das uns fehlen? Die Kette.
Not long to go. Nearly there. They connect perfectly.
Also. Die Reihenfolge kommt's an.
I just have to take it, and that's it. Bonetown, here I come. And here it is in all its glory, ready to take with me around the world.
Gut, dann können wir jetzt die heimlichen Örtlichkeiten verlassen.
Let's go.
Let's go.